Hey kids, this here is after the fact of going in and recording this polka bass video. Got all the parts out here to my computer and got ready to start putting it all together after doing it 3 times and still half-assed doing it, but getting it up together for this one guy. Anyway, when I was loading the stuff up on here, I got an email or just a message from the one guy. Oh, I was just teasing. Don't pull this shit on me. Okay, if you want to learn something, say it. Otherwise, because I'm spending my whole entire day putting this together, and if you say, "Oh, I was just fucking teasing," hey, you're gonna get blocked. So hey, I'm gonna put it up anyway. But fuck the guy who told me to put it up, and I'm gonna go block him right now. So otherwise, enjoy the video for the rest of you that care to participate. Okay, bye. Hi, children's. Actually, I'm doing this polka video for one dude. He didn't say from what era, what century, what country, what form, anything of polka that he wanted to learn. So it's going to be all over the place. You're going to get a quick 3-minute lesson on polka. Then I'm just going to go to the basics of polka and tell you where all that came from. So history lesson total for about 5 minutes here, and then I'll do whatever I can. If you are looking for a specific kind of polka, let me know and I will pick up from there. Okay, polka actually started in over in the Czech Republic, Czechoslovakia. So it was a whole Czech thing. So if you really want to learn your roots, which you should, otherwise you're a poser, a tool, a whatever, learn the roots of polka, where it came up through, and learn the different styles all the way through. It went through all of Europe and picked up some weird stuff. They did it where some people think that polka is nothing more than waltz stuff, 3/4 time things. It's not. That just happened. Every bit of music can be put in 3/4 and blah blah blah. So polka was there too, and that doesn't mean anything other than they can play a different time signature. Okay, that's it. It moved on all over the place, picked up all kinds of parasites. It went down to South America, to Argentina. It went to Brazil and hung out there for a while and became something different, the same. But remember, this oompa is root fifth stuff. If you don't know what that is, go away. No, go learn it, come back. Nashville number system, go learn it, come back. Major scale, go learn it, come back. I'm not teaching it again on here. It's been on a million things. So we're down there in Brazil, and they popularized the heck out of polka music. And then everybody in Mexico crossed that border way back when, because we hadn't got here yet. Actually, I was already here, Cherokee Indian. But the people from Mexico went down there and they brought it back, and they called it, with their stuff, samba. It's not anything else. It's not merengue or salsa. It's samba. So listen to the samba music from the Mexicans. They have it down as far as current polka music goes. The tuba players are the ones who've played this all the time. Bass guitar hasn't been alive yet, so to be doing bass guitar videos on it is sacrilege, but it's what we have now. More people are going to be on stage playing bass guitars now because they're easier to haul around than a big double bass or a tuba. Okay, and no, people did not play jugs on this. Not those kind of jugs, but the because you needed a root and a fifth, and so you would need 30 jugs to play root fifth in every key. So that is a myth that they did jug music like they did with the Darlings on Andy Griffith. No, that was not part of it. But country music came solely from blues, rock, and polka. The polka is a huge part on, when I say solely and then give you 3 things, the bass part on country music is right from the oompa stuff of bass guitar or tuba from way back in early polka. So if you listen to any country stuff, especially the older stuff, every piece of country bass guitar you can play is 100% applicable to polka music. Every lesson, every run I've ever given, or anybody's ever given on country bass, put it right in your polka and it will fit like a fucking pizza pocket. It fits right in your pocket, man. It's there. It's fine. It's all good. Okay, so it came to America via, like, basically Louisiana, and became the Cajun stuff. So that it came right with the smaller concertinas, and then they got the bigger accordions out back south again, the banjo sexto, guitar big things with your Mexican bands down that way, your mariachi bands and so forth. Still doing they played the huge monster bass thing, and the tuba stuff coming out of there now is phenomenal. Tuba players have come into their own. Holy crap. You'll even see tuba players on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, and every now they'll let him have something, but man, tuba playing skills are unreal in Mexico if they play it right, which they do. It's not just a bunch of synth crap like on Jerry Seinfeld when everybody thought it was a bass guitar. No, it was a Roland synthesizer doing all that, and everybody was so bummed out. Anyway, so that's where it all went through. So it got through the Americas via Mexicans bringing it the other way, over through Louisiana, and that's how we got to hear it, blah, blah, blah. There's your lesson. Okay, that's just your geometry and geography lesson. No geometry, really. Okay, here comes your geometry. A little bush got watered for about 200 years. Finally looked at its dad and said, gee, I'm a tree. Okay, I know, sucks. Okay, oompa, 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 doopity doo. In the key of C. Sounds like every oompa thing, whether it's German, whether it's Czech, whether it's out of South, North, Central America, or country music. It's all the flippin' same. Whether it's on tuba or whether it's on bass guitar. A root fifth is all you need in any polka song. If you choose to add more, groovy. It all depends on your setup, how many musicians are in the band, what they're actually playing, as to how much or to how little you should be playing on your bass parts. Same as country stuff. You're just, when people are just doing a nice verse and later, is that available or actually usable in your oompa polka stuff? Yes, 100%. And in country, yes, everywhere. Tuba players are playing those lines. It's a beautiful thing. So again, go back and listen to every bass lesson I've ever put out, every bass lesson anybody's put out that's worth a crap, and it is, again, totally applicable to everything polka. Okay, and again, it's just a matter of how much or how little you should be involved. Don't forget, polka, again, the instrument it came from was the tuba, as far as the bass part goes, and tubas are generally staccato, meaning okay, so it's very staccato like that. So pick and choose when it needs to be like that, or listen to the original version if you're doing copies or covers, whatever you want to call it. Adjust your bass sound if you need it that way. Roll off your, instead of the, you probably don't need that. So adjust it as needed. Some bands are way into pop funk polka. There is punk polka. It's been very huge. It has came but never went. So there is punk polka. There's cowpunk, country music. It's all kinds of cool underground things. Go listen to that too, even though it's not what you're going to do. You can always pick up something from it. Okay, so your root fifth is integrated into this Casio thing that I put on here. Why is it going to be the Casio? Because I do not believe in plagiarism or copyright infringement, which most people get away with on YouTube, but I'm just not going to do it. So I'm not giving you some particular song. You're getting the Casio version, which is this. Oompa, C, G, C, G, C. Okay, so that's it. C, G, C, F, C, G, F, C. So very normal progression for this. So you can do straight root fifth like this. Okay, anyway, I got a little off, but I'm always a little off. The thing is, you can put so much more in there, but only when you think it should be there or when it should be there. Maybe what you think isn't always the way it should go. That's why there are usually democracies in music, so everything is for the best of the band, the whatever. Again, I'm only doing this for one guy. If anybody else is listening, whatever, but for the one guy, if you're going to be in a band, cool. Other people are going to decide your music. Why? Because that's the way it needs to be. You may not like it, but it's best for the whole band if everybody is involved in the way a song is put together. Therefore, it is very tight. Everybody knows when you're going to be doing what, and they will lay out. When you're doing your... You don't need 10 other people doing their version of the same thing right on top of it. Otherwise, it's called a CF. CF, clusterfuck. Okay? That's what it stands for. And it will sound like that. Okay. So let's get into stuff that we need to know. Again, country music stuff is where I live. If you're playing polka, that's where you live. Let's meet in the middle. Because again, the country stuff is walking hand in hand with polka. Again, especially this root fifth, root fifth. The first thing happens in this particular example I have here on the floor is the root fifth, root fifth, root fifth. It goes down to the G, okay? Going to the 5 chord, so you go, which from the A is just on the C where we're at, on the A string, 3, 2, open, then 3 on the low E, or 5, and then 3. Then you do your root fifth. Your fifth is up here now. It happens to be on the 5th fret of the A string, unless you have a 5 string. But accommodate yourself and transpose. You're not transposing anything, you're just using 4 strings for now. The walk there back to C is exactly like what we did to get down to G from C. We did C, or, and then back up from G to C, backward, or. Okay, going up to the F, exactly the same, walk up. We do go up to the G. Okay, so these basic country walks are what you'll use. Okay, very easy. Same thing forward as they are backward. It's a climb or a walk down. They are just simply called a walk, up or down. An actual walk is country stuff, and you'll never use it in this. Okay, that there's just a walking pattern. You'll be root fifthing. Okay, and yes, this other stuff can be used, but you'll find out either now or later. Depends. Again, I'm not going to get too deep on it because, again, nothing was specified on what kind of polka was wanting to be learned, unless it was just, hey, play a bunch of country, which is fine. That will get it done. And again, learn where your polka came from. So people that actually come from the Czech Republic might ask you, and you'll seem really stupid. It's good to know your history and not look like a tool. Okay, so the other things that lie in here, let me show you the samba. Very generic samba coming off the old Casio here. Okay, so that's just one type of samba, but there's a billion of them to have, just like there are a billion polkas, a billion country things. Okay, let's check out the one on the floor again and discuss a couple things. Okay, so there we can do root, fifth going up, and then another root. So instead of going root, fifth, remember you have octaves, which is 5 and 5 still for your root fifth. So you can go. Walking stuff. Okay, that one don't do. But do the. That you can do. Okay, so stuff like that is cool. And that kind of stuff is fine. Very scale oriented stuff is fine. When I was going down to the G, G, fifth, root, back to the root, fifth, root. Okay, so I'm doing root, fifth, root. Now C, root, fifth, root. Okay, so you're going root, fifth, root, fifth. Okay, so you can do all the country licks in the world like that if they pass right on by. If you want to do them as passing notes, grace notes are usually the quick ones. Okay, so you can throw in those type of things when it goes to the fifth or the root. That's George the Jungle. You have to show me that one, okay? Okay, so it's okay, so whatever, I'm just playing crap, but it's stuff that can be used depending on what your kick drum's going on. So you have to be married to the kick drum, and that is that. If there is no kick drum, you have to be the setter of all things, so you decide whether it should be simple, how much, or there's so little, so much, and so little time to do it in. So that is primarily the gist of this thing. I'm going to give it a little more because I don't want my man to think I'm cheating him out. But again, everything country can be made. It doesn't have to be made to fit. You don't need no shoehorn. You don't need no to make all this stuff fit. Okay, it can be. God, you just need some more backing tracks to play along with. There are going to be tons here on YouTube that just simply do not have the bass. Okay, so play along with those. You can make up your own things if you got your own little $10 keyboard like I was doing over there. But you got to learn to block the bass out if there is one, or take it out. Again, like I said, find some tracks that don't have the bass. And you can make your own so easy. Again, with your good old Casio stuff. But again, oompa, 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 oompa is the entire basis of this kind of music. Do not lose that. Don't get above your raisins is what they always told me in country music back in the old days, and it's a very good saying if you're old, and it's good saying the message is good no matter if you're old or not. What it means is don't get your panties in a bunch. Don't think you're above everything around you just because everything's old and it's whatever. These old sayings come from somewhere, and you should have your ass kicked if you don't follow them. Kids, okay, all the kids think they know everything, but they don't. Again, I sound like an old geezer saying that, but I am an old geezer in a way, and it's a beautiful thing. Who would have thought being old would be cool? It is when you find out that, were your parents always right? No. Why would that be if I'm talking about how being old is about being right? Well, my parents are, pretty stupid sometimes, so, and I'm not. So there's a big difference between being stupid and old and being intelligent and old. Okay, so I'm intelligent and old. Hey, I got to kick off about 300 people today on YouTube. It's a beautiful thing. It was just a day for retarded people. And people are going to say, don't say retarded. It's like, they were. If something is retarded, call it retarded. Okay? Black people would rather be called black rather than African Americans, since they've probably never seen Africa. Okay? So call them what they are. Okay? Everything. Whether they're retarded, whether they're anything, just call everything what it is. This is a C. This is a root fifth. This is your money. If you do anything more than that, awesome. If not, just as good. Okay? So if you have that, that's all you need. Everything else is just, sprinkles on top of the ice cream. Even that much, just the octave. See how I just changed that up? It's just how the surroundings are going on around you if you have a place for that. Do you need the higher one? Do you need the lower one? Where is everybody else playing at? Do you need to get out of the way and play the higher notes? Get back down there because somebody was playing something way low. Maybe a tuba came along and did a solo. It's not that out there for a polka band to have a tuba player or a trombone player. Slide trombone player gets way down there, and then the bass player has to get the flip out of the way but keep the oompa going. And the oompa is going to be the biggest thing you're going to run into. Everybody's going to call it that, the oompa bass. Okay, there's something called the tick-tock bass. People just call these things weird ass things and they stick. So oompa bass is for you, it's for the Germans as well. They had oompa basses on their stuff, and polka oompa bass. Okay, let's find you some more stuff here to use. Again, all the country stuff I've used, which are 80 hours at least of those lessons, you can use them here. Okay? So. Okay, that reminded me, just that is used a lot, and I've heard a lot of it when I was just getting ready for this lesson. Okay, again, that's just the walk up. But it's this. Okay, but it's done. Okay, so it's the first 5 note of the run, of the walk thing up, of the climb up, I should say, not the climax. Okay. Okay, so it's that. So you got the hammer on. So your first 5, then you do a second 5, hammer on to the 5th fret, which is an A. Okay, so you have this. Okay, same thing coming down. That happens a lot. I'm not grabbing them great, but I'm a guitar player pretending to be a bass player on this. Okay? So don't kill the guitar player. Okay, it won't go that way, but listen to this and you can hear it without me playing. Okay? See? All that fits. All of it can be used. It sounds overplayed. Sometimes it doesn't. It depends on if it's your turn or not. Okay? Again, it's just the instrumentation going on behind you and the pre-planning on if you get to do any of that stuff. And then you get to do what is cool or what I just did. Okay? So, decide. There's so many cool licks that can be thrown in here. Again, they're all stuck in the country thing, and they are in the tuba stuff. Go check out the Mexican tuba stuff and all your samba music, and God, that's where to get it. Listen to the tuba and the samba music from Mexico, because that's the place that gets you past the oompa, but gives you the most genuine. The most genuine polka bass riffs or bass ideas to steal from. You know, if you don't want to call it stealing, say copy from. Okay? just after you get south of the border, we're used to saying stealing. Oh, yes, I said it. I'm allowed to by proxy since my wife's Mexican. Okay, so an Indian and a Mexican. Go figure. All right. I'll get your cards and letters. Then I'll burn down your stucco housing. Wait, I live in Stucco. Anyway, sounds like a town in Texas. I live in Stucco, Texas. Wait, that was Waco. Yeah, enough time's gone by to make Waco jokes too. All right, kiddies. Okay, so for more of this, we're going to listen here and we're going to cram some more in. Okay, that's the most easy oompa thing. And again, learn from the Casio. Learn from anywhere. Okay, he's doing... Okay. Okay, which is that. Anytime you have a place below you to go to, not blow you, blow me. Okay, if you had a 5-string, cool. But if you're in C, which is just that, from 3, hammer on to 5. Okay, so you're actually doing a triplet, 3, 5, 3, back to the root, and then you're playing the root again. 1, 2, rum, pa, boom, pa, and then you play more. So you're only doing one lick, and it's 3 notes. So you don't hold on to anything. Is that allowed to be used? If you want to, play it every time. Whatever you want to do. But that's what we get from here. If I could find the beginning. So it's... So that's extending it. I wish I knew how to play the actual thing that's on the floor, but sorry for that. Do as I say, not as I do, people. Okay, so to get more from this actual thing, there's some more little polkas here. I'm going to run over here and see if anything lends anything for us. The original polka did not come from there. Let's see, piano ballads. I know we can get past these. And let's see. The only other thing that was different, that was kind of cool, was, and it will sound different because this will not be coming through the PA system. This will be coming directly from the amazing speakers in the Casio WK3500. Okay. But hey, it has some good polka stuff in here. Not great polka stuff, but it has polka. Okay, I'm sure we probably went past it, so I'm going to go back. And am I going wanted to cut this out. Who knows? Probably not. I'm not big on it. Okay, so I'm going to be able to go past this. This one polka in here is exactly the same as the one we're doing now, but it actually has drums on it. Okay, where the other one does not really have it. And makes a difference. The Mexican people got really big on putting the drums in on the popular polka stuff. And okay, here's the polka that I was just playing along with you, which is this. Different tempo. There you go. But nice heavy backbeat to it. Let me go change the actual chorus. Just basic country thing. Okay, so that one there is no different, but I'll show you the one after that in a second. That one there is just going. Which is very country. Or. Okay, so walking stuff. Sorry, my bass playing so bad today. I am a tired boy, but I will get you there, my friend, like I told you. It's just for you. So if anybody else is watching, screw you. Okay, so. Okay. Which is simply going up to the 5th fret. So tablature, here we go. So from A string, we're going 5, slide up to 7, then 5 on the D, and that's it. Okay, so you're doing that as a slide, not picking it twice with your hands. Now you can always take this type of thing and just change it with what you know. Go up to the high one. Okay, so you can change it with all this groovy country stuff you already know. Okay, so the back to this is very nice and concise. Everything else is over the top until over the top is called for. And it comes right back to this root. If you want to go to the other one, higher up, fine, but make sure it is going somewhere, or there's a reason for you to go up there. Because being up there is not holding down the bottom of the band. You know, it's fun to be up there, and that is all valid with it supposed to be, but remember your job is to oompa. Anything beyond that is just, again, extra sprinkles your ice cream. Okay, so you could put it in those things, like where you change to the 5 and do it now and then, and it sounds fine. Okay, I will play it with the track, put in a little with it. I will stay away from all the other stuff. I will stay away from all that, and I will actually do all that. Going through Peter Brady, voice changing syndrome. I will put in the thing in now and then. I will not do the climbs and all that. Okay, so here it is with just some of the. See if I can figure out the chord progression. Here we go. Oh, I hate the way I put that in. I should have changed it, but I'm adding the other stuff in. Like I said, I wouldn't, but you get it. So it's just nice to have something there that is moving now and then. Okay, I will tell you the secret to this and almost every other thing, and you probably already know it, so therefore it may not be a secret. Most songs are pretty, not pretty, but pretty bare bones during the verses. And then they will go up to something cooler in the choruses. But they all still have to be wrangled and maintained, and everything has to be in its place. So during a verse, when you're going, played the bass part right that time, as compared to what's on the floor. Pretty bad when you can't remember your own arrangement, but hey, arrangement's why you wait. And again, I am a guitar player, playing bass, but I do know what to give you if I can't play it myself at particular times of the day. Okay, my buddy. Again, during the verses, oompa, oompa, oompa. And if we're doing slower, I thank you. But a very subtle something, once or something, maybe once or twice, totally, in the entire chord progression during a verse is plenty. So you got. That's plenty of getting away from the oompa. But when it comes to the chorus, don't go that much. Go there for a solo, but you kind of see what I'm talking about. I'm going to go up to the third example. One more time. Here's a second example of that with the band with it. are country bass parts. I'll play just the, I'll play it with the bass line, hell, and show you and tell you at the same time. So here's that walk, or that little run we did. Now I'm going the octave up. So now I'm just doing it there. Okay, that stuff there, very simple bass stuff from country. And from the 50s. Okay, so it's C. Okay, I'll give you tab numbers. 3, 6, 7. Next string, 5, 7, 5. That's it. Mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll is the easiest way. That's the lick. These are hammer-ons. Here's a hammer-on. Here's another one. And a pull-off. Or you can go all the way up for your high C and then bring it down. Okay, I went there from the root to the second to the third. That's major scale. So that's 5, 7, 9, 10, 12. You know, it's just major scale. Okay, so again, your mama don't dance lick. So I'll put that in context. I can't even find the one. I'm going to play with this one. Why? Because I don't know the one that's down on my foot. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. There's not good. Slowing it down is not a good thing. You lose your oompa. Band won't change keys with me if I'm over there doing that. So that is one of many different licks you could cram in there with it. I want to go over to the last example that they show on here of a pop polka. I know this is goofy, but it gives you ideas, gives me ideas too. Okay, if you listen. Okay, so you have a couple different things, and depending on what they need you to be the most, oompa guy, like both of them. One of them sounds like it's from Greece. Okay, the first one that he was playing over there was from the root up to the first fret of the A string up to the third. Now, if I want to get funky, because Grease, yes, this John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John thing is one of my favorite movies of all time, and it actually has that kind of thing going at one part of it. Okay, so you can stick that in. It's just one fret up if you want to, or however you want to put it in. If you want to put it in, oh my God, get a prophylactic if you're going to put it in. Okay, that sounds like Winnie the Pooh right there for a second. Okay, so that's another one. Rude. Okay, so there's just another one, and it's cool. And then when you go to so there's where you notice the difference and where you see the other one being used. Because if you're in G, it's the one I showed you, but they showed you. Difference being, they are riding on the C the whole time, the root chord. The difference in mine, where I went that, is from this. Going down to the G, walking back up. Okay? But leave all that out and just get. Okay? So that's where you get it. So anyway, my battery says it's time for me to log off. I hope that got you part of the way through some of this polka stuff. Anyway, let me know what you need from it, and I'll make another video of what era, what time period, what country of polka you're looking for. If there are any groups you want me to check out, I'll be glad to do my homework and present you with exactly what you're looking for. Okay, Scott Grove, Dr. Groovy, GroovyMusicLessons.com, on the 82 Ibanez Musician 924 Ibanez active cool ass Arctic white, polar white, that was it, polar white bass, groovy ass bass, my favorite now. Take care, bye.